you. So fashion is the word of the day, of course, as we count down to tonight's Met Gala. And now a local mom who was a child prodigy in fashion design is raising 2 young kids as she builds her own brand.
Our Tracy Strand introduces us to this mom who means business. We're going to get to her in a second. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 a.m. on this Monday, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene has the morning off. Adele's watching several road issues in Queens. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa's here with a look at today's, as we said, foggy, rainy forecast, Maria.
Foggy and rainy. That's definitely us in the next few days, certainly the next few hours. As you can see, a little misty out there. So if it's not the fog, the showers, you definitely have a little bit of that drizzle. You may need those intermittent windshield wipers from time to time. As far as the steadier, heavier rainfall, we're in a little bit of a lull. But the overall big picture showing the maker of all of it, and it's just spinning now through the Ohio River Valley. So it's going to be a couple days before we're out of it. Again, kind of tucked in a relative quiet period right now. We've got 59 at Central Park and White Plains, 60 in Islip and Massapequa, close to that in Sussex and Newark now in the low 60s. But yes, plenty of fog from the Hudson Valley. We've got White Plains now about a quarter-mile visibility. Toms River about an eighth of a mile, pretty close to that in Islip as well. So you'll be in and out of it. We're back in the steadier rain. It picks up again this midday into the afternoon. But temperature-wise, not budging much. We're at 62 degrees through 4 p.m. and heavy at times into this evening as well. All right, 6:31 on the nose. Adele, what's going on?
Right now, we've got a couple of updates. First up, this crash on the Van Wyck Expressway southbound by exit 1. We've been keeping an eye on it for the past couple of hours. It's finally been cleared from the roadway. Unfortunately, we are left behind with delays heading all the way back to the Kew Gardens interchange. And then keep in mind, you've got that long-term construction heading around the terminals at JFK Airport. BQE westbound side over by exit 32B from Metropolitan Avenue. You've got a crash. Delays heading all the way back to Northern Boulevard. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. In just a few hours.
Bodega owners are getting some much needed help after pushing for panic buttons in stores this weekend. And that's not even talking about weather delays, Maria. What about those kids getting to school?
I know that weather delay for travel is not going to make it any easier. We have a lot of fog, so take it easy through the neighborhoods as everyone's out at the bus stop or walking to school today. Maybe recess inside with some showers around. A little more likely to see the heavier weather for this afternoon and evening. It does stay soggy for most of this week. The one day I think I've got some sunshine in there for you coming up in the 10-day.
Thank you. Still ahead, rivalry.
Tracy, if you are heading out the door right now, Southern State Parkway westbound side over by exit 38, we've got 2 lanes closed off for a crash coming up in a few minutes. We've got an update on that accident in Brooklyn too. Let's take a live look outside right now onto the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. Still delay free through here. Jen, Michael.
All right, Adele, thanks. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4.
Monday in May, it's also known as fashion's biggest night.
Industry heavyweights and A-list stars will be showing off their best looks for the Met Gala.
And we're starting it early because Today in New York's Tracy Strand is there to share. Maria, I have a question for you. Are they going to be dashing from the limo to the Met steps? I know they've got all the tenting set up there.
Yeah, the short answer, yes. Yeah,
okay.
We've got
in a word, yes.
Yes, in a word, one word, in fact, yes. We have showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms in the forecast, and it's going to be picking up again this afternoon and evening. And as you can see, we start to see it wind down, but really not until Wednesday. I think we have our one window of opportunity for a few hours on Thursday before that next system takes shape. Yes, Friday. It's going to be a very unsettled week ahead, adding up to several inches more rainfall here the next 5 days. We're talking as much as 3 to 4 just in the city, a little bit more than that, potentially for Long Island and parts of Connecticut. So we could see some higher river levels. We're not expecting widespread flooding, but something that we'll be watching, and we'll be watching this type of radar picture for the next couple days. It's the spin right there you see in through the Ohio River Valley, that area of low pressure and the boundaries associated with it just in place for a couple days. So we can't quite shake that chance. While we're in a little bit of a lull right now from the steady rainfall, we do have some drizzle, some light showers, and a lot of fog out there. That's our issue for the next couple of hours. You see things really pick up by midday, afternoon, and through the evening commute, and yes, around gala time, where you have the areas of orange and red that rain heavy at times into later this evening. Again, another little lull, some showers around for tomorrow morning's commute. And as we see it pick up again tomorrow afternoon and evening, some of these showers and thunderstorms may be on the strong side along with that heavy rain potential. There could be some gusty winds. So we see that highlighted by the Storm Prediction Center tomorrow, especially for central into northern New Jersey and parts of the Hudson Valley. Again, fog's our issue right now in so many places. We have 59 degrees. Temperatures nearly steady through the day, but again, the showers, some heavy at times, start to pick up again this afternoon and evening. Those winds steady out of the east, breezy at times, 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll see close to 60 degrees even overnight. So still in the 60s tomorrow, still stormy. By Wednesday, starting to taper off to just a chance for some showers, some sun, and 70s by Thursday. It's quick because that next system takes shape on Friday with highs near 60. The great news, the wonderful news, looks like a much better weekend, including Mother's Day. All right, 6:48. Adele, what are you watching?
Right now, we're keeping a close eye on a couple of areas, one of them being the Southern State Parkway westbound, exit 38 to exit 37. We've got this ongoing accident. 2 lanes are closed off. Delays through the area are pretty heavy going back past 231 at this point, actually. Sunrise Highway would be your way around it. Also keep in mind BQE westbound by exit 32B from Metropolitan Avenue. You've got this ongoing accident with delays heading back to Northern Boulevard. And then you've got some rubbernecking delays on the eastbound side as well. And now on the West Shore Expressway southbound over by the Staten Island Expressway heading down to exit 8 for South Avenue. You've also got an accident there that blocks a lane. On the expressway itself, eastbound stop and go traffic heading into the Verrazano Bridge. That's all for now. Back to you, Jen and Michael.
Adele, thank you.
Morning, everyone, and thank you so much for streaming with us. It's Monday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield, and for Darlene Rodriguez, Adelle Caballero is watching an issue in Connecticut, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with today's forecast.
Yeah, a lot of fog out there this morning, misty conditions as well. The steady rain, we're in a little bit of a lull through the morning hours, so that's a nice little break. But yeah, it's not pretty out there, pretty gloomy. Temperatures close to 60 degrees, and that's where we're going to hang out for most of the day today. The current picture showing some light showers around, generally on the light side, but that will again pick up later this morning into the midday, and it may be heavy at times from the afternoon and evening. But east winds really going to keep our temperatures locked into the low 60s. Right about 62 degrees by 2 o'clock, on our way up to a high of 63 degrees, still close to 60, even overnight tonight with the chance for some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder embedded in there, and again, heavy rain possible. Definitely slowing down travel today and into tonight. And speaking of, let's get that morning commute underway. If you haven't already, Adele, what's going on?
We've got a few things going on in regards to Connecticut. Just as a reminder, we are still watching some closures on Route 1 both ways by Rampart Road. That's because of an earlier crash. But we're going to bring it a little further south here to Jersey Avenue in Hudson County, New Jersey. Both ways, this will remain shut down for the next few weeks. 18th Street to Newark Street for ongoing construction. This always jams things up. I have gotten stuck in it. It's not pleasant. You definitely want to avoid the area. And also keep in mind, we've got the Yankees playing the Padres, first pitch at 7:05 p.m. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you so much. It has been a week of Maria, right? To the Met Gala tonight.
Yeah, it's a great accessory for everybody. Yes, we are looking at a little bit of a lull this morning, but temperatures hold near 60 degrees from Mount Vernon, Westport, Hauppauge, and Long Branch. You can see that pick up by 5 p.m. this evening. As far as picking up temperatures, we really start to get that going by the end of this coming up weekend, and a big change up for next week. All the details in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. Still to come.
Heading out to the rails, your B, D, and Q trains. You can expect to see delays. New Jersey Transit service changes with your Morrison Essex Northeast Corridor, Montclair, Boonton, and Atlantic City lines coming up. We're going to take a closer look onto those roads. But here's a peek out there right now onto the LIE by the Grand Central. You're watching Today in New York.
She gets us a couple more zeros.
Absolutely. These are some cool designs, Maria.
I know, and her little one. What? What is fashion? What? Well, we definitely need all the wet weather accessories for today, and we've needed them over the past several weekends. Just looking at it visually, this feels true, right? Every weekend except for that April 29th to the 20th weekend, where technically we didn't get measurable precipitation at Central Park. There were a few showers in the region, but yeah, we tallied up another wet weekend, and we've got a system, several systems here. We're tracking the next week or so. That'll bring more rainfall. The question will be, can we get it out in time for a dry weekend to tally another one? It's going to be close, but you can see for the next 5 days, this takes us through Friday, maybe as much as 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. That includes in the city, from Long Island, Connecticut, parts of the Hudson Valley. So what's the deal? Well, you can see very clearly here this spin in through the Ohio River Valley. The whole system is just taking its time exiting the area. So we're kind of in this mix where we're seeing the showers, the chance for thunderstorms. And until that spin really gets out of here, we're going to continue to see the ingredients in place for all of it. So today, while we're in a lull this morning, we see it pick up again this afternoon and evening. I stop it at 5 o'clock. Could be waves of heavy rain, unfortunately, for the evening commute, evening travel at the airports. Could be an issue. Still some more tomorrow, and then by tomorrow afternoon, the chance for some thunderstorms. Some may be a little extra here where we're concerned about the possibility of some gusty winds. So we'll keep that in mind for tomorrow. So today, yeah, it's a bleak weather picture right now with the fog and the drizzle. Showers likely through this evening. East winds persistent as well. That keeps us close to 60 degrees, not just for this afternoon, but into tonight. 60s tomorrow. Then by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, I think our little window of opportunity to get some real sunshine in and temperatures in the 70s before that next system on Friday. Hopefully it's out early Saturday, so that leaves us in great shape for Mother's Day on Sunday. And as you can see, even into next week in the mid 70s. All right, Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
We've got a few things going on. Let's start things off here with a couple of reminders. With your LIRR Ronkonkoma branch, buses will continue to replace trains 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. This is for ongoing track work. New Jersey Transit Northeast Corridor running on adjusted schedules out of Secaucus Junction and Raritan Valley Line. Expect to see up to 15-minute delays running from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. again because of track work. Making your way out to the roads, as a reminder, in Hudson County, Jersey Avenue both ways remain shut down. 18th Street to Newark Street. This always backs things up through the area, so heading out to your tunnels, give yourself some extra time. Yankees face the Padres. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Stick to your 4, B, or D trains. And as a reminder, alternate side is in effect for today. Jen, Michael, back to you.
Adele, here with today's forecast, we've seen some of those weather shots.
I know.
You can't even see the road because of all the fog.
I know. We want to delay the start of the day when it looks like that outside, but that's the case. A lot of low clouds, a lot of fog, and some drizzle. What we don't have right now, the heavy bouts of rainfall. So we're in a little bit of a lull right now, as you can see with the radar and satellite picture. A few showers creeping up from the south in through Ocean County. That's about it. 59 at Central Park right now. Sussex at 60. Islip, Massapequa, also White Plains close to 60 degrees. Again, with a lot of drizzle out there and some fog. We've got about a quarter-mile visibility reported in White Plains, about an eighth of a mile in Islip. Also, Toms River has been going into close to zero visibility right now. So that's our issue for sure for this morning. And as you can see through the day, you don't want to be without the rain gear. By midday, we expect it to pick up more coverage and maybe heavy at times into the afternoon and evening. Rumble of thunder can't be ruled out either, but nearly steady temperatures close to 60 degrees throughout the day. All right, 6:01 right now. Obviously some slowdowns out there, Adele.
Yes, definitely some slowdowns. And as Maria mentioned, low visibility. You're going to have those windshield wipers going off and on today as well. So you're going to want to give yourself some extra time. Also going to need some extra time here with your rails, your 1, B, and D trains. You've got delays both ways. New Jersey Transit, expect to see some service changes, namely some cancellations here with your Morrison, Essex, and Atlantic City lines. If you are hitting the roads right now, Van Wyck Expressway southbound, we're still watching this crash here heading into exit 1 for Nassau Expressway. One lane closed off. You've got stop and go traffic through the area. That's going to continue on as you make your way into JFK Airport as well. And again, low visibility here on the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. You've got delays as you make your approach into the Brooklyn Bridge. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much.